Alright, so I've been kind of missing in action for the last almost 2 weeks. No real reason, I just couldn't be arsed to upload, but I've thought of something. See, I use Twitter, and more often than not, I'll come across these silly little things on my silly little timeline, and I just had the thought to maybe try and turn that into content. So yeah, this is it's your brain on politics. Like and subscribe. So this first tweet comes from someone called Lavern Spicer. She's a Republican candidate running for Congress. I think she said South Florida. I'll be honest, I don't know. But I'll just show you. I'll just show you her promo video just so you can get an idea of who she is, what she's about.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Hi, I'm Lavern Spicer, and I'm running for Congress right here in South Florida. I put the spice in Spicer, whether in the hood or the house. America was founded on we the people being in charge of our own destinies, not big government. Joe Biden said, Black folks don't know how to use the internet. Well, this is my phone. It's connected to the internet. He should read my Twitter feed, and I got plenty to say about him.
Honestly, what a fucking legend. But that's not the main focus of this video. The main focus is one of these tweets that she put out. So she put out, "This is the daily reality of being a black conservative. This is the vitriol that comes your way from the extremists on the left. I will never let it get me down." Now, you can see in the screenshot she provided, there's someone in her DMs hurling a bunch of racial abuse at her. What I find strange is even as someone who's like on the left, so to speak, like I'm kind of liberal, like you never really see this from them. You never really see this from someone who's on the left in any way, shape, or form. So you'll notice I've blurred the profile out. I'm going to unblur it now so you can see for yourself. Nikki Haley Foreskin Groyper. I don't know about you, but I don't think this person is on the left. So for those who don't know, a Groyper is basically a Nick Fuentes stan. Nick Fuentes is the head of like America First. I think it's like this political thing where they suck each other off and say Christ is king every now and again. So yeah, I just thought it's kind of like funny that she thought this was from someone on the left. I'm gonna go to the Groyper's timeline right now, see if it's still even there. So yeah, by some miracle the account is actually still active. So getting a closer look at the profile picture, it doesn't exactly seem this person doesn't exactly seem to have any leftist values. All right, reading their bio, their first thing you see is America First, fiscal populist, immigration restrictionist, white working class advocate, Southern Democrat aficionado. So yeah, moving on from that, this next thing comes from Hans. He's a Twitch politics streamer. I'm not too familiar with him. I follow him on Twitter, that's about it. But I think he's like liberal or something. But I came across a tweet he put out saying, "Another lefty threatening to kill people, specifically me this time, must be a day that ends in Y. Garbage people hiding behind a decent ideology. Honestly, props to Kevin for doing his diligence despite not liking me." And we can see in the screenshots he provided that this person, Thought Slime, put a bunch of like these screwdriver emojis in his replies, I think. Now, getting the whole context for this is kind of hard because all these tweets are kind of gone now. But when pressed on what the screwdrivers mean, they posted a screenshot. Not sure what it means. It looks like it's from some fucking movie or something. And the final thing they put out regarding the screwdriver is, "I am a perfectly normal bear and can be trusted around screwdrivers. I will definitely not twirl your optical nerves like spaghetti on a hot summer midnight, right before I feed back to you your own eyeballs like they're dainty little meatballs." So yeah, this Thought Slime person obviously making violent threats towards this Hans person. Now, I've been thinking about how to present this in a way that isn't like body shaming or anything, but Thought Slime looks like this and Hans looks like this, and I'm sure you all would agree with me. Like, if Thought Slime ran at Hans with a screwdriver, it would probably end up like a Sam Hyde, Lena Dunham type situation, a self-defense situation. But yeah, if you're going to make death threats or like violent threats against somebody, don't be a pussy. Like, you shouldn't be making them in the first place, but if you are going to do it, at least don't be a pussy about it. You know, the whole point of the screwdriver thing, it was either gives you plausible deniability in some sense, or stops you from getting your account banned. But what's the point in doing this and then deleting the tweets, even though he probably wouldn't have gotten banned for the fucking screwdriver thing? It's just you don't have the energy to be making these types of tweets, you know? This next post actually doesn't come from Twitter. I did find it on Twitter. I found a screen cap of it, but it actually comes from a subreddit. It's the VaushV subreddit. And I'll just give it a quick read. So the subreddit post is titled, "I don't know which other sub to turn to," and it reads as follows. "I live with two right-wing lunatic parents who are bigoted and brain dead. I want to escape so badly, but I can't get a job because capitalism is like that. And public education is fucking worthless and doesn't teach you work experience. I'm growing more and more depressed and starting to develop violent thoughts against them. I recognize that they are a product of their environment, in parentheses, conservative upbringing, but holy fuck are they scumfucks who are so unlikable and controlling. They forced me to do a college course that I didn't want and hate now. I'm bi, and to hear one of them refer to us as perverts and not normal makes me want to, I don't know, do something I would regret. This whole post is probably incoherent. I'm writing it as I'm drunk, and I acknowledge I left some parts out because they are just too upsetting to think about. Never mind writing down. I just want to escape so bad, but I fear any attempt will go wrong. Then they will be proven right that I'm worthless at trying to provide for myself. If this gets deleted, then whatever. But I just wanted to express myself against this nuclear family disease that needs to be abolished, and how fucking evil the right wing is." So yeah, that was a pretty it's a pretty depressing read. Definitely took a huge turn compared to the other things I talked about in this video, but I noticed something when reading this, and it's I noticed this a lot in certain like political communities, even like whether it be like left wing and right wing. And it's not necessary to like shit talk those communities, but how do I phrase this? I think a lot with these like political influencers, you'll get a lot of them saying like, you kind of get this vibe that they're the ones up in the podium and that they have the answer to all your fucking problems. In this case, just to quote, "But I can't get a job because capitalism is like that. And public education is fucking worthless and doesn't teach you work experience." I don't know if I buy that. And just to kind of show you what I mean, I did delve a bit deeper into the replies, because the guy who posted this is still like replying to people in this subreddit post. I think I turned to this sub because I sympathize a lot with this community and its political leaning. Some replied to him saying, "If I may ask, how old are you and what is your degree in? And what are you studying at the moment?" And he gives us a bit more information. He says, "I'm 22. I was previously a film student, bachelor honors in filming, but currently doing computer science, the course that his parents forced on him, and it's only a year long." Now, it's this next part that I really like have an issue with. It's the, can you get gainful employment? You mentioned that this has been difficult due to capitalism, but what are the specific barriers that you have faced with? And the guy responds, "Just no work experience, and I'm bad at hiding my disdain for companies in CVs/interviews." And like, it's just this woe is me kind of bullshit, if I'm being frank with this. It's like bullshitting CVs and interviews and stuff. Like, you have to bite your like, it's a universal experience. Like, you're gonna have to fucking bite your tongue. Everyone has to do it to some extent. It's just life. And it's like, I don't know how to feel about this whole like give up before you even fucking try kind of attitude, especially when you're in a position, granted, like, especially with the homophobia and stuff, like, I can kind of empathize with you with the parents stuff, right? But now they may be kind of booming in forcing you to do a certain course, but the fact that they're paying for the course, it's like, it's basically like free fucking qualification for you, especially computer science. Like, jobs and shit you get from that are like, they're good. And if you're good at like computer shit, it's a fucking awesome position to be in. It's just like I was saying earlier, these like extreme sides, like left wing, right wing sides, seem to like always have like a scapegoat. Like always, like, oh, I can't get a job because capitalism. It's not true. Like, I'll be honest, like, I'm not the most political like person in the world, and like capitalism has its problems too. Like, don't get me wrong, but fuck man. Anyways, I looked through his post history, and he seems to be doing better. Seems to be in a happier mood, so good for him. And that's pretty much it. Sorry for the disappearance for almost 2 weeks. I couldn't be arsed. But whenever I come back after like a long break from the channel, it often feels like I'm reading out loud in front of like class. I kind of have that like tone, so sorry about that. I sound like I'm droning on about stuff, but yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you.